Hello and welcome to the letter of the day video. Today we're going to be doing the letter V. The letter V looks like this, and you can make a letter V with your fingers. You want to try? That's the letter V. Now let's decorate the letter V together. Here's an idea you might want to do. You can make this letter V look like a vase. We're just going to color in the letter. And I'm using a pretty violet or purple marker. I'll just color it in really super fast. We're just making this look like a vase. And now inside of the letter V, I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to take some flowers and let's tape them right inside the letter V. Okay, there you have it. That's the letter V. We made ours look like a vase. Well, this is what the letter V looks like. And now let's try to write the letter V together. For the uppercase letter V, you're just going to start at the top. You're going to slide down and walk back up. Slide down and walk back up. Slide down and walk back up. That's the uppercase letter V. Now let's see what that looks like on the handwriting house, okay? So the letter V, this is the uppercase letter V, starts at the top, and then it's going to slide all the way down to the green carpet, and then it walks back up. So slide down and walk back up. Slide down and walk back up. That's the uppercase letter V. Now for the lowercase letter V, it looks just the same. We're going to slide down and walk back up. We're just going to make it smaller. So on the handwriting house, it's going to be downstairs. Slide down and walk back up. Slide down and walk back up. Slide down and walk back up. All of this is downstairs for the lowercase v. Okay, now let's talk about what letter V sounds like now that we know what it looks like and how to write it. Letter V sounds like this. You have to take your top teeth and put them on your bottom lip and blow. That's what letter V says. Letter V says, Well, let me show you this fun game. You might even have a copy of this game. It's Mario Kart. Do you know this game? It's where Mario and some of his friends, like Princess Peach, choose a vehicle and they get inside and then they pretend that and then they actually have a race. We're going to pretend that we are having a race, just like Mario Kart. So the way that we're going to do it is I want you to pretend to get into a vehicle. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And then you can roam around the room. And then when the timer beeps, that's the finish line. You can come back. Let's see if we remember what letter V says. V says as in room. V says Okay, 3. Get ready. Get in your vehicle. 2, 1, go. Oh, we passed the finish line. Come back, come back. So what does letter V say? V says as in room. V says Well, now that we know what letter V says, let's try to blend with the letter V. We need to put the vowels down first. Do you remember what the vowels are? The vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. Good. So here are the vowels. Let's put a V with each of these. Okay, so let's blend V with an A. Remember, V says ah, va, va. Let's try V with E. Eh, ve, ve. Let's try V with I. I, ve, ve. Let's try V with O. Ah, va. And let's try V with U. Va, va. Well, I want to read just one word today. I want to turn this into the word vet. So what letter says t, 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 t? It's letter T. Can you read this word? Vet. Vet. Good job. Vet. Well, if you're not quite ready for all that reading yet, you just make sure that you practice today that V says as in room, and you can pretend to room all around the room. Okay, so for math today, we're going to be doing ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers are just putting the numbers in order or putting anything in order. On our math sheet today, we're going to be seeing what the ordinal numbers of some flowers are. So I'll put the link below so you can get a copy of this worksheet. Let's do it together. Let's count the flowers at the top before we get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the number 1 flower we say is first. Can you say first? The number 2 flower we say is second. Can you say second? The number 3 flower is third. Can you say third? The number 4 flower is fourth. Let's say fourth. And finally, the number 5 flower is fifth. Let's say fifth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Let's do the first one together. It says to color the 4th flower. Let's count the flowers and find number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's color the 4th flower right here. Okay, let's do the next one. It says to color the 2nd flower. Let's count. 1, 2. There's the number 2 flower. So that's the 2nd flower. Let's color it. The next one says that we should color the 5th flower. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number 5 flower is the 5th flower. Let's color it in. And then finally, it says to color the 3rd flower. Let's count. We want to find number 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. So this is the 3rd flower. You did a great job with ordinal numbers today, all the way to number 5. Okay, now I want to talk about our color for today. Our color for today is purple, or at least a shade of it. We call it violet. Violet is a shade of purple, and I'll teach you how to spell violet. There is a color we all know. Can you guess what it is? V-I-O-L-E-T, V-I-O-L-E-T, V-I-O-L-E-T. That's how you spell violet. Well, today for our shape practice, we're going to be looking at this shape. This is a jar. We're going to use it for art. But what shape is right here on this side? It's a circle. What shape is on the bottom? It's a circle. So when you have a circle on the top and the bottom, and the sides are round all the way around, this is the shape of a cylinder. We call this a cylinder. This jar is a cylinder. It has a circle on the top and bottom, and it's round all the way around. Can you say cylinder? Let's use this cylinder to do some art. For art today, we're going to make a vase. So what we're going to do is just take a jar, and then we're going to put inside of a smaller jar some glue and just a little bit of water to make it a little bit runny. And then you can just paint the jar with the glue just like this, and then add on some pieces of tissue paper. This makes a really pretty vase. Make sure you go back over the top of the tissue paper with some glue. That makes all the little ends stay down and makes it really pretty. Finally, I think we're going to need to put some flowers in our vase. So there you have it. That's our art project for today. Now let's do some science. I think our vase looks really great. The vase that we made today for art looks really, really good. And now we're going to do something in science. We're going to be making a vortex. V is for vortex. A vortex is just when a gas or a liquid moves in a circle. Maybe you've seen a vortex on TV in the sky. A tornado is a vortex. It's just when air moves in a circle. There can also be a vertex in the water. You can see the water turn around in circles. That's a vortex. Well, for science today, we're going to make a vortex in a bottle. All you have to do is just have 2 empty soda bottles. Then you're going to connect the 2 bottles with some duct tape. Make sure that it's connected really well. Give it a nice squeeze to make sure that there are no leaks. And then you can just make sure one of the bottles is filled with water and one is empty. And then you can turn it over like this. Give it a little shake. And then watch the vortex form in the bottle. It's a vortex in a bottle. Let's do it the other way, okay? Let's shake it around and see if we can see a vortex form inside the bottles. Here it goes. So that's our science project today. You can make a vortex in a bottle. Now it's time for our story time. In the story today, there's a doggy, and I'm afraid to say somebody has broken the vase at his house, but he doesn't want to say who did it. Let's find out what happens in Who Broke the Vase. This story was written by Jeffrey Turner. Who broke the vase? Who broke the vase? An elephant walked through the room and accidentally bumped into the vase with his trunk. Did I say an elephant? I meant a mouse. A mouse was inside the vase and knocked it over trying to get out. Oh, wait, it wasn't a mouse. A crow flew in through the window and landed on the vase and knocked it over. Yes, a crow did it. Maybe it was a sheep. He was showing me how to knit wool mittens and his leg accidentally knocked over the vase. Or maybe, just maybe, it wasn't a sheep. Now I remember, a baby did it. But I'm sure she didn't mean to break the vase. But we don't have a baby at our house. Are you sure? Then it must have been the hippo that I saw in the living room. They're very large, you know, and he probably bumped into the vase by accident. Did you break the vase? Yes, I broke the vase. The end. Well, that doggy didn't want to tell the truth, did he? He wanted to blame it on everybody else instead. But at the end, he told the truth. I hope you always tell the truth. That's the right thing to do. And I hope you've had fun today with letter V. Join me tomorrow for a letter W. I'll see you then. Goodbye.